We do have a few seats still available with social distancing. If anyone would like to have a seat, please do so at this time. Welcome. Hello, my name is Sandy Ott, and I am the director of the University of North Georgia's Blue Ridge campus. Thank you all so much for being here today. What an exciting day. And I can tell everybody in the audience, you have to have as big of a smile on your face right now as I do on mine, even though we cannot see them. I know they're there. So it was just 5 years ago that many of us here today were gathered for the ribbon cutting on the first UNG campus right down the road. Fast forward 5 years to the ribbon cutting of the stand-alone Blue Ridge campus. This campus will make a difference in the lives of students, their families, this community, and this region for generations to come. Today would not be possible without the support of so many. We would like to recognize the UNG administrators that are with us today. Dr. Mac McConnell, Senior Vice President of Business and Finance, who oversees many of the departments who work so diligently on this project. Mr. Ken Crow, Vice President of Facilities, and Mr. Todd Berman, who served as the project manager on the construction of this amazing facility. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Dr. Steve McLeod, UNG Chief Information Officer, and his dedicated team of IT professionals who have equipped this facility with state-of-the-art technology. I see one of our students out using the Wi-Fi they installed as we speak, and this serves our students, faculty, and staff. And thank you so much. We greatly appreciate all that your team did. Dr. Shadron Gill, Provost, and UNG Academic Affairs for the opportunity to expand course offerings on this new campus, and that has already been done fall semester. So thank you so much. Dr. Jim Keneally, Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Kate Main, Vice President of University Relations, Mr. Jeff Tarnowski, Vice President of University Advancement, Dr. Richard Oates, President of the Gainesville Campus and Regional Campus Administration. And I'd like to thank the outstanding team of professionals that I have the privilege of working with every day here on the Blue Ridge campus. These are individuals who care and are committed to the students and their success, and they have worked so hard and waited so long for this day. Thank you to the UNG Blue Ridge team for all that you do every day. Thank you to Jim and Meg Mercerly and Garfield Carey. They were the architects of this amazing building, and it is a wow. You've seen the outside and the inside. And when they were working on their design, the students were the #1 focus. And from the very beginning, that is what this building was designed for, was for the students. So thank you to JMA Architects for this beautiful campus that is truly a landmark in Fannin County now. Will Summers, Ryan Orr, and Matt Ryan with Allstate Construction. They have worked tirelessly through many obstacles on construction, and I do not know of another team that could have accomplished this. So thank you, Allstate Construction, for all that you did. It is truly appreciated today and for a long time to come. We would like to recognize now Blue Ridge Mayor Donna Whitener, Fannin County Commissioner Glenn Patterson, Union County Commissioner Lamar Paris, and Dr. Michael Gwapney, Superintendent of Fannin County Schools. We are also honored to have several state officials here today who will be introduced to you shortly. It is my privilege to introduce Dr. Benita Jacobs. Dr. Benita Jacobs is the president of the University of North Georgia, which serves 20,000 students across 5 campuses and online. With a strong focus on student success initiatives and building UNG's reputation for academic excellence, President Jacobs has been named as one of the 100 most influential Georgians by Georgia Trend and has been recognized by the Atlanta Business Chronicle as one of its Women Who Mean Business and is among its top educational leaders. She envisioned that UNG could increase their educational access and attainment in North Georgia, and she was a driving force in the development of the UNG Blue Ridge campus. Please welcome President Benita Jacobs.
Thank you, Sandy, and thank you all for being here today. What a grand, wonderful day as we celebrate this new facility. In 2013, UNG began studying the need to expand access to high-quality, affordable higher education in the Northeast Georgia region. We knew it was essential, and we knew it would be a game changer for this entire region. As you know, UNG has a long reputation for academic excellence, and we're very proud also of affordability. In fact, just this week, U.S. News ranked UNG as number 15 among all public regional universities in the South, and as the top-ranked best value public university in Georgia in that elite group. We never sought to increase our national rankings, but many have followed as we focused on student success. National rankings highlight the continued ascent of UNG as a leading regional university. More importantly, they highlight our focus on student success and helping students to fulfill their full potential. In 2015, 18 students. Today, more than 230 students at this facility. When we opened, we initiated a program called the Blue Ridge Scholars, which promotes student success for first-time freshmen through mentoring, academic success, coaches, service learning components that encourage students to help fulfill important community needs, and an emphasis on leadership development. These students are full-time, they do service projects, and work together greatly as a group. And I know that many of you in this audience today have contributed to scholarships for these students. If you will, please raise your hand if you have contributed to Blue Ridge Scholars. We really want to recognize you. Thank you. One of those original Blue Ridge Scholars was Candace Seabolt. Candace excelled here in Blue Ridge on this campus and later transferred to UNG's campus, where this year she completed a degree in kinesiology with a teacher certification. This spring she graduated. Candace also won a Fulbright Award to teach English in Taiwan. Candace, please come forward so we can congratulate you. Due to the pandemic, we were unable to hold our commencement ceremony this spring, but today we have the opportunity to honor Candace's achievement. Many of you are wondering why I was overdressed. Now you know. While Candace puts on her cap and gown, I invite Dr. Jill, our provost, to join me for this part of the ceremony.
President Jacobs, I present to you Candace Brooks Seabold. Ms. Seabold is graduating cum laude, Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology Education, having earned a grade point average between 3.50 and 3.69 on a 4.0 scale. Ms. Seabold has successfully completed the requirements for the degree as set forth by the faculty, and I recommend this graduate to you for the conferral of her degree.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I award your degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, Candace. Please give her a big round of applause. I believe Candace has family here. Will you please stand and be recognized? There we go. Thank you. And I also want to mention that she is our very first Fulbright from the Blue Ridge campus. Our very first. Thank you and congratulations. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Steve Wrigley, the Chancellor of the University System and who oversees all 26 public universities and colleges in Georgia. Chancellor Wrigley's outstanding career in public service includes serving for 5 years as Chief of Staff to former Governor Zell Miller. Dr. Wrigley was involved in the creation of Georgia's Hope Scholarship, and as Chancellor of the University System, he has tirelessly emphasized the importance of educational partnerships to ensure that Georgians have a seamless educational system that is both affordable and of the highest quality. And on a personal note, I am most grateful that we have a Chancellor who cares deeply about student success for each and every one of our students. Please join me in giving Chancellor Wrigley a warm welcome. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, I want to make sure you're out there and awake and listen, ready to listen to whatever it is I have to say that I think is important, but a lot of times it's not. But I appreciate you being here. If you needed a reminder about why we are here today, Candace reminds us. So let's give her another round of applause. Congratulations. It's not easy to do what she did and to win the awards that she won. So we're proud of you, and I'm frankly quite impressed by it. So congratulations. I do appreciate being here. I appreciate being invited. I was here for the groundbreaking a year or two ago. I'm trying to remember when that was, Matt. Was it
a couple years?
A couple of years. COVID has compressed everybody's memory, I think. So none of us remember what happened when. But we're really here to celebrate the opening of this beautiful building. But I want to start by acknowledging a couple of the people who were very involved in being instrumental to it happening. Obviously, President Jacobs, who has been an advocate of this campus and the promise that it offers for quite a few years. And we are really grateful for your determination to see it through. And Mr. Speaker, if the state had $1 for every time Benita spoke up for this campus, I think we'd be in great shape. So, and Speaker Ralston has also been a great champion of this campus. He's been my friend and the system's friend for many years, and he's been a tireless advocate for the University of North Georgia. He wanted to do this right. He was committed to doing it right. Let the campus prove itself, show it could perform, and I applaud him and respect him for that approach and that stewardship. His vision proved out, as you've already heard. Beginning with 18 students, I understand 234 now, just 5 years later. So we applaud indeed the speaker's support, and we really are fortunate that he is our speaker. So thank you for your service very much. To Senator Gooch, we're also deeply appreciative. Every conversation that he and I have, when we bump into one another, he always says, "Hey, how you doing?" And before I can answer, he says, "What can we do for UNG?" He did it today, really. But he's a wonderful advocate for this campus, for UNG, and he's great to work with. And both he and the speaker are alums and strong supporters of the system of higher education, and we're grateful to both of them for their service. We are here to celebrate this new facility, and it is lovely. Sandy took me on a wonderful tour earlier. She toured me on the facility, I think, 4 years ago, down the road. And this facility is lovely. It's important that it's lovely. But it's more important for it to be functional, and this facility is functional. What's the most important feature of this facility? It's what goes on inside. Teaching and learning. It's a learning beachhead in Blue Ridge. And I really want this community to think about it that way. High school students can take dual enrollment here. New college students can take courses to help them earn a degree, degrees that are desired by industry. Adult learners can complete a degree. Residents can take continuing education and professional education. A lot of opportunities that this facility opens up for the people of Blue Ridge. Why does this matter? It is critical for economic development to occur to have an educated workforce, and I believe that passionately. There is a direct relationship between economic development and education achievement. Coming out of the Great Recession some years ago now, there are 11.6 million jobs created nationwide. 99% of those went to folks with some education beyond high school. 70% went to folks with at least a bachelor's degree. So if you ever needed any data point about does it matter to get a college degree or education beyond high school, I think that one spells it out very clearly and very plainly. Education is not a guarantee that economic development will occur, but I think I could guarantee you that without education, economic development likely will not occur. So that's one of the reasons why this facility is here, to raise education achievement and to raise the possibility and the promise of economic advancement. I am appreciative of being here today. I'm excited about what the future holds for this campus. And Benita, thank you again for your leadership and for inviting me here today. Now please welcome the senator from the 51st District and the Majority Whip of the State Senate, Senator Steve Gooch. Thank you.
Still learning to rub elbows instead of handshakes, but I took my mask off so I could hear and see and breathe a little bit better. It's great to be in Blue Ridge. What a beautiful day. It's a historic day. And I'm not going to talk too long because I think there's a hurricane named Sally coming this way. And none of us want to be here when it gets here. Outside at least. We want to have our lunch and get back to work. But it's awesome to be a part of such progress in our communities. In rural Georgia, we've worked on that for years. You've heard Speaker Ralston talk about it at industry breakfast, Chamber of Commerce functions. For years, we continue to look for ways to help rural Georgia to prosper. And I can't think of a better way than to help bring jobs to North Georgia than to start with the most important thing in our state government, and that is the support of education. I see people all around this front area here from different industries, government agencies, whether they're local or state. But one lady that's over to my right here is Christy Art Gribble. She runs the Development Authority in Fannin County. And I can tell you from being a director of a development authority in Lumpkin County for several years, there's nothing more important to her job and the success of what she and Jan do over at the chamber than to have a place like this to be able to bring prospects by when they have someone coming to North Georgia to say, we want to build a business in North Georgia. what does Fannin County have to offer? One of the first things that I'm sure they've already told these prospects is how much progress is being made in our university system and our technical system in Georgia. But to have that facility right here in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and Fannin County is just phenomenal. Am I right, Jan and Christy? You guys have done a great job up here, but this investment in Fannin County is going to make your jobs easier. And it's going to bring more economic development to this area, not just in Fannin County, but Lamar Paris, the sole commissioner of Union County, is here. He's here because it's important to him as well. It's important for his employers to be able to have that access to that workforce development. He's got a great technical school over there in Union County in Blairsville, but he needs access to this facility as well to get his workforce trained for the future in technology and so forth. And so this is a great opportunity. It's a historic day in Fannin County, and there's a lot of people here that we owe a lot of credit to making it happen. But obviously there's one that really made it happen, and that's the guy that I'm here to introduce to you today. You know, this project was always important to all of us. It was important to me. It was important to Mac McConnell. It was important to Dr. Jacobs and Dr. Wrigley. I know it was important to you because we bugged you about it so many times. But it may not have been at the top of the priority list when you look at all the other facilities around the state when it comes to the budget every year. But I can tell you whose priority it was. It was the priority of David Ralston that this facility gets started 5 years ago down the road in that little retail center. People said then well, we may not have the demand for it. We may not have the need for it right now. Maybe we'll do that in the next 3 or 4 years. He didn't accept no as an answer. He was determined to make it happen, and he knew he had to put a pin in the ground somewhere, and he put it in Fannin County. We started down there at that retail center, and then immediately he started planning for the future of having a permanent home for UNG in Fannin County. 17 or 18 students initially signed up. We've heard those numbers. It's already grown to 234 in 5 years. That tells me that's the fastest growing part of the university system of Georgia, Dr. Wrigley. Is that not true statistically? Now, I took statistics in UNG. I made an A in Dr. Amos Amerson's class, so I didn't do so well in some of the other classes. All you guys have access to the computers. You probably go back and verify that later. But, that's fast growing now. That's the fastest growing campus in Georgia. So we're going to continue to grow that up here. We're going to grow it more and more. And I think there's room out here for phase 2 in the near future. Dr. Ralston, we're going to bestow a PhD on you today. That's why Dr. Jacobs brought this regalia out. I want to say congratulations to you, Candace. You are amazing for what you've done already in your life. The future is bright. The other numbers that we've heard today, 234 people here at this campus, a lot of them are here from the high school. We have our superintendent here. Michael, you know that your dual enrollment students are coming here to get a head start and an early start on their education. They can leave their high school classes and come over here and take 1 or 2 courses, and it's free to the parents because they've already paid their taxes at the state income tax and at the local property tax level. So they're coming over here to get a head start. They don't have to pay extra for that. And that's due to the General Assembly and the governor supporting dual enrollment. That's one of the most important programs that we've passed in recent years. And it's given our youth a head start in life. And I'll tell you, as a person that dealt with this personally back at home in Dahlonega, I grew up on a poultry farm. We were middle class, lower middle class. We didn't have a lot of money, but we had a lot of ability to make things happen as a young farm community over there. And I didn't have money to go off to Athens to be a UGA grad. I didn't know much about Bulldog football back then like I do now. I couldn't afford to go to a college in Atlanta or Augusta, and I sure couldn't get into most of them academically. But I was able to get into school at North Georgia College in Dahlonega. And the reason was I worked full-time, and I went to school in between work. And I would go home at night and I'd work till the sun went down on the farm. I would study and I'd get up the next day and I'd do it again. And I didn't earn 1 degree, I earned 3 degrees doing that. And I think other people have that opportunity now because of things like what we're doing here in Fannin County. A lot of students and a lot of young people in Fannin County may never get an opportunity to go to Atlanta to a bigger university system. But they can get just as good a degree and a college experience right here at home as they can anywhere in the world, and they'll be able to be prepared for their jobs and what they want to chase their dreams for into the future. So I'm excited for this opportunity for you, people like you, Candace, and all of you that have kids or grandchildren that live in the area. I know the future's bright, but I want to introduce our Speaker of the House. All of us in Atlanta respect him as the Speaker. All of us in North Georgia respect him as David Rawson, our friend. He's your state representative. This project would not be here today if it weren't for him, so let's give him a warm welcome to his hometown of Blue Ridge.
What I owe you later for that. Chancellor Wrigley and Dr. Jacobs, Senator Gooch, Director Ott, and to all the distinguished guests that are here today, local government officials and others, welcome. Thank you for being here. And to Candace Siebel, thank you for what you have accomplished, both for yourself and what you represent, because she represents why we're here today. You know, today is a special day in the history of Fannin County and this entire region in North Georgia. It is an important day for a community which has embraced this institution and nourished this project from the very beginning. Most importantly, this is a great day for this and future generations of students, traditional and non-traditional alike, who will enter these doors, walk these halls, and fill these classrooms as they experience a world-class higher education. This experience will equip the young people of Fannin, Gilmer, Union, and Towns counties and the surrounding areas to compete in the global marketplace by giving them an educational experience that is second to none. The journey which led to this day began in a meeting in the Capitol. I invited former Chancellor Hank Huckabee, who preceded Chancellor Wrigley, by my office, because I wanted to share with him a dream. A dream that here in this place we could have accessibility to quality higher education without our young people having to drive long distances over twisting, winding mountain roads. That here in this place, we could build a permanent campus that would say to the world, we are here to stay. That here in this place, young people priced out of the dream of a college education could know that such a dream could come true. Working men and women, single moms, and anyone desiring to pursue a higher education at one of our nation's finest and best universities. Chancellor Huckabee could not have been more supportive, and I salute him today for his commitment to this project, his hard work, and his friendship. Chancellor Steve Wrigley picked up this project with equal zeal and has been an incredible partner in bringing this day to reality. And I really would have expected no less from someone who earned his political higher education at the feet of a man from these mountains whose belief in the value of a college education shaped his entire career and shaped his state. So thank you, Chancellor Wrigley, not only for shepherding this goal over the finish line, but for your great leadership and for being a really, really dear friend. The second individual I met with is a lady I am proud to call my president, Dr. Anita Jacobs, president of UNG. I have admired her stewardship of UNG from the very beginning because I admire the fact that she believes in doing things the right way instead of the usual way. And her enthusiasm for bringing a campus of UNG to this place was truly inspiring to me. She is an amazing leader and one that I am proud to call a friend. This campus will become, in the years ahead, a gathering place for for this area. It will be a place where the community can come for lectures and musical performances and exhibitions. So it was only fitting that two of the biggest boosters for our local governments, particularly the Fannin County Commission and Mayor Donna Whitener and the Blue Ridge City Council. And I want to publicly acknowledge and thank them for their invaluable support that they provided to this campus. You know, we are not so far removed from a time when this was a place of limited opportunity and hard choices. Some of us may remember that it was only in 1964 that President Lyndon Johnson came to North Georgia to declare war on poverty. The problem was that many of us didn't know we were poor. And although we have grown and prospered more recently, it's been almost in spite of ourselves. And this campus will be transformative in terms of opportunities going forward. And never again will a child of this area have to settle for second best. This school will prepare generations to come for the changing demands of business and the professions. Yes, today is a special day in our history. I know this because hardly a week goes by that I don't get stopped by a mother or a dad somewhere here in this town. Tell me, oftentimes have tears in their eyes, how excited they are that a daughter or son is going to the University of North Georgia at Blue Ridge. Great things will happen daily in this building. Young minds will be challenged. Students can dream bigger dreams and unbelievable opportunities will be opened up because here in this place, lives will be changed and lifted up. May God bless you, and may He continue to bless the great state of Georgia and these United States of America. Thank you very much.
We could not be more blessed than to have these three individuals on our stage today. I think that is a very good omen of wonderful things to happen here. We have a small token of appreciation for each of them. It doesn't open. Okay. But I hope that they will display it with pride. It's beautiful. It says UNG. University of North Georgia, Blue Ridge Campus 2020.
If the ribbon cutting party will please step beside me, we will begin to cut the ribbon. And if I could have Mayor Donna Whitener, Commissioner Glenn Patterson, and Commissioner Lamar Paris please join us at the front at this time. Lunch is available in the blue UNG tent at the end of the building.